teas. These are last sites made?
Yeah, these are the latest BOP filings and BOP invoices. And
these will be going to auction in the next week?
This will be going to auction, say maybe next week. We'll be sending samples and it will be sold after 3 weeks. Yes. After 3 weeks.
3 weeks, so we're about to taste the freshest tea that you can find anywhere in the world, here in Laxapana, and some of the best tea as well. So, should we start?
Yeah, great.
Yeah. Yes. First one we're starting with is a BOP. Getting that dew, rosiness in the middle of this. Almost tastes like a maripili. It's a lot lighter than what I remember.
Yeah.
A lot lighter.
Because we're going for color and strength now.
So by changing the manufacturer, you can change the actual.
Yeah, you can change at any time. You know, if you guys need anybody, if it's wanted to be tailor-made for quality, light, bright, we could do so, right? So since it's a mass production, these days we go for color and strength.
Color and strength.
But of course, with weather improving, with weather brightening up, right? You hit the natural quality coming in. So if this weather continues for another 1 week, you get real Laxapana character coming in.
And how important is it then to balance what you're doing in the factory with what's happening outside in the field?
It's extremely important because the buyers constantly ask us about the weather.
Yeah.
Constantly ask us about what type of tea that we make, right? And we too ask them what type of buyers they have got, whether they are quality buyers, so that we could change our manufacture, right? Within the manufacture, within a day's manufacture, we could now say with the quantity that I'm getting, it's about 10,000, 11,000 kilos of green leaf. So I'm making about 2,000 to 3,000 kilograms of main tea out of it. So that's about 6 to 7 batches. So I could, if I want to, I could go 2 batches with controlled withers. I could go 3 batches of quality manufacturing, and I'm talking about light bright, and the balance I could go for thick and coloring. So that way we could adjust our manufacture according to the requirement of our customer.
Of the customer and the thing. Yeah. And when he mentioned about 11,000 kilos, you have to understand, guys, that's 11,000 kilos of hand plucked tea. All of it is hand plucked.
It's all hand plucked. There's no machine plucking or machine harvesting, shearing is informed in order, but it's all hand plucked. It's all hand picked tea.
And how important is that on the final cup? And how important is that to the actual taste of Laxapana tea?
Well, plucking is the most, picking off your raw material is the most important thing, right? If you are talking of uniformity in manufacture, it's uniformity in your leaf that you harvest, the flush that you harvest. So if your flush has a uniform growth, that helps you out in uniformity in withering, and uniformity in rest of all the operations in the manufacturing, in the factory.
So quality already starts on the field.
It really starts on the field, right? How clean your plucked flush is, how the size of the flush, right? And also, right, the whole quantity of green leaf in certain size. One being, say, for instance, if you have a small leaf of this size, also with another elongated leaf of this size, these 2 leaves will take 2 different times to wither.
That's so getting uniformity.
Exactly. Exactly. So if you have all your all your flush on the same size, right, then it's easy for manufacture. So by that, you reduce the fluctuations of manufacture also. Right? So you reduce
consistency.
Exactly. The consistency, the quality is being maintained right throughout. So hand picking is extremely important because the plucker looks at it and then he picks the right flush.
And that's using the latest tea technology, which is the human Mark I eyeball and the human Mark I hand, which has not changed on this plantation or anywhere in Sri Lanka for well over 150 years.
Of course, yes, because we have to maintain our ID. We have to maintain our identity as Laxapana, Laxapana taste, Laxapana quality. We have to go on like that. So we believe in producing the best quality tea for best quality standards, and we want to continue it to have that sustainability. Right? We try to improve our plucking still with manual pluckers.
With manual pluckers. And there you go, guys, and this is the effect that you have on the cup. You know, wonderful cups of tea that taste absolutely divine and amazing. We're going to go through the rest of the samples again, and this is what you get. You get plucked tea and it keeps the quality parameters. So the second BOP. Big difference in the second one.
Yeah,
Basically
quite lighter than that.
Absolutely.
But it has enhanced slightly some quality parameters.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's getting, now you can see the difference. So this was made last week, right? This is this week. So if you taste a day's milk today or tomorrow, it will be even much greater than this. The quality would improve some more. Because we have been having continuous dry weather for the last 4 days. So it's getting drier, and the quality parameters of the tea bush too improves.
By putting the bush under strain.
Under stress. When the tea bush is at its maximum stress, right, only you get these quality parameters enhancing.
Which you taste finally in the cup if you manufacture it well. Because the manufacture process of manufacturing tea is so important, and you've got to get the wither right, you've got to get the rolling right.
Withering right, everything. I mean, manufacture is the uniformity plus its controlling temperatures.
And how important is the skills of the people working in the factory to this?
That's why we have whoever who works here. I'm on my factory office, I mean, he must be having about 40 years experience in 35 years experience in tea.
35 years experience in making tea.
Right. So
understand that, guys.
He could smell the tea before he put it into the dryer.
And no.
Yeah. He smells the tea and he sees the nose, right? And he looks at the temperature rising, the rise in the temperature. Also he knows it, and then only with his experience, he says, okay guys, this is ready to dry. So it is directly on his experience and expertise that this is being made.
And that's the difference between CTC guys and Orthodox tea. Orthodox tea is completely about people and skills. Every time you taste one sip of Laxapana or any tea from Sri Lanka, this is the skills and this is the expertise that you're getting, and this is why Ceylon tea tastes so different to other teas, because we are not mechanizing our system from plucking to the actual manufacture process. We're completely people oriented.
Now, Dhananjay, the other thing is that I have a workforce of 1,000, and I have a population of 4,000, totally depending on this product. So not only picking tea, I provide them with their livelihood, their jobs, their everything.
Schools, creches,
everything. On this plantation, I have 3 government schools right now. I have 5 creches or child development centers. Right? When their mothers are engaged in plucking,
working,
they keep their children at the child development center. The CEO officers look after them very well.
So to put that into perspective, anyone who's watching this, wherever your workplace is, do they provide you with childcare facilities when you're at work, or do you have to find them privately?
Well, Dhananjay, it's like this. If I say it this way, short and sweet, my workers and my population is being looked after from womb to tomb.
There we go, guys.
I really mean it, from womb to tomb.
Yeah. I know, because I've seen it, and we'll take you around and we'll show you as well how Laxapana looks after its workers.
An adolescent couple, when they get married, adolescent couple, when they get married, we register their date of marriage, and not only that, we register the date that the lady get conceived. And from that day onwards, right, we maintain our diets. So not only that, then the antenatal clinics, natal clinics, all that is being done. When a worker, an old worker dies, right, we even provide them facilities for their funeral arrangements. Everything is done on estate.
And how do you pay for that?
Well, I mean, we have our records. It's estate money
through the sale of tea. So every sip of Laxapana tea that you guys make contributes directly to the lives of the people living on this plantation.
So they have been in this estate for generations.
4 generations,
5
generations. These people were, these people were brought 5 generations ago from India. They've lived on Laxapana estate. Their parents have lived. Their grandparents have lived. Their great-grandparents. And this is what they have done. They have, they live Laxapana, they breathe Laxapana, and they create Laxapana. So every time you guys take a sip of Laxapana tea, this is what you're getting. And this is the human story, guys. This is what you need to understand. Every estate has a different worker population. And you're getting the uniqueness of the superintendents, of the worker population, of the climate. And that's why every tea is different. We're going to go shoot on Murray later on today. And that's a completely different ball game to what you find here on Laxapana. So remember that every time you taste single estate tea, we're not into, like I've said on the Tea Buyers Club before, we're not into flavouring, because what is the point of flavouring?
No,
when you have the natural resources to create flavours naturally. You know?
Because the soils from my neighbouring estate, Murray, to Laxapana is quite different. Right? The Laxapana quality and the quality parameters cannot be made at Murray, and the Murray cannot be made on Laxapana.
Even if you send Murray leaf to Laxapana, or if you send Laxapana leaf to Murray, you won't do it.
And also, Dhananjay, if you put 20 cups here and ask me to pick my own tea, I would do that.
And that again is the skills and expertise. That again is the skills and expertise. So a young Dhananjay learned tea tasting this very room. You know, the first tea tasting I ever did was actually in here and learning the difference. And to be bluntly honest, the first time we tasted, I had no idea between a good cup or a bad cup, and I was just going upon what you said. You know? Yeah. So let's taste into the next one. We've got a BOPF.
Yeah.
So smaller leaf grade, guys. Very black in colour as well. Comes off the hand like silk. Thicker cup, because of course you're going, the leaf grade is smaller, so you're going to have a stronger liquor. So let's have a go at this one. A lot thicker, getting a little harshness in the mid palate as well. I quite like that. I quite like the harshness.
That's coming into again to Laxapana character. Now you see when the weather improves, right? This harshness that you had turns on to, right, a sweet harshness, right, a sweet type of thing, right? So that's how then it slowly becomes rosy. Yeah, when it's getting drier and drier. So this is how it happens. You can't introduce forcibly into the cup. You know, it comes naturally. So this is why this product is unique.
Single estate tea.
Single estate tea, not blend with any others.
So guys, I mean, have a look. We've tasted 3 teas. We tasted a BOP from last week, a BOP from this week, and now a BOPF. All made here on Laxapana, all made at 3 different times.
Yes.
And each time you have the Laxapana signature, but the notes within those teas is different. And this is the key to single estate tea. You will never get the same tea again. You will get a similar tea, you'll get the signature note, but each time you're getting a unique product, and that's what you need to appreciate as tea drinkers. You know? And this is, if you want to expand your knowledge on tea, you want to expand your idea of what tea is, drinking single estate tea is the only way to do it. It's not drinking flavored tea that has flowers and mangoes and whatever else. If you want to see flowers, go to a flower garden. If you want to eat mangoes,
well, this is what I'm saying. You know, a tea drinker, tea drinking, you've got to do it with a purpose, not for the sake of having tea, right? You love the tea. Now see how Chinese, you know, how the tea ceremony.
Yeah, absolutely.
See what a lot of effort, time and effort given for that, because they love to sip the tea. They drink tea with a purpose, not for just having a tea.
Yeah.
So as Dhananjay said, it should be it should be appreciated.
Absolutely. Appreciate it and understand each tea is unique. Let's try out the next POP. When was this one made?
This is after that, right? After that. But it looks a bit
thicker and thicker
than in the previous. Same as the BOP finish, right? It has enhanced.
Absolutely.
The coating.
You've got a thick coating on your mouth. So same grade of tea. Look at the difference, guys. Thick coating on my mouth. You're getting that soft, comfortable taste, but you're also getting a rosier note in this one, in the second cup. Much more of a rosier note.
You know, it becomes very delicate now, you know. So
absolutely.
Time to come, it will be much more.
And the final cup we've got here is a dust one.
Dust one. Now that's a very strong grade. That's a very strong tea. You could see how beautiful it is.
Finer particles,
very nice.
There's no brown particles. Now, a lot of people watching the show might think that dust is a bad word.
Oh, that's my best.
Can you tell the PMD nation? There's a myth in the consumer's mind that large leaf tea means that it's good, that small leaf tea being dust is bad. Is this true? I mean, I've told them before, but hear it from the horse's mouth, guys. Here is someone who produces the best dust tea.
Yes. It's actually the name of the grade, like the BOP phenols, and the dust. So people just think that dust is just dust that we sweep. No, it's not that. Right? In a factory, we don't have dust like that. We all have dust. We call that thing dust because that's the woody particle of the tea flush. The woody particle of the tea flush that you get in low-grown tea.
Yeah, absolutely.
It can be seen. So with this manufacture, with our maceration going on with our machines, this woody character get broken into small pieces, small dusty particles. So that's how this dust thing has come. But the dust grade is one of the cleanest, the blackest, right? The most black, lovely granular tea that you could see.
As a result, because the particle is so small, what kind of cup are you going to get?
Of course, you are going to get very strong, you get the strength, color, the thickness, the whole thing in it. So this is actually, if you're going to have tea with milk, be the best way.
So if you like tea with milk, guys, if you want something strong, if you want something to really get you up, to really get you going.
Yes. Now people like to have their tea in that color, like the colory tea.
You won't have that.
So those are the guys who should go for dust number ones as a grade to add a little milk to mellow the thing, right? To mellow that if it's so strength, your harshness of the strength, right? And then have your tea.
Fantastic. Let's give this one a go. Very thick, red-looking cup. Let's have a go at this dust. Very thick. Really coats the palate. You feel it after you have it. Really coats the palate. You're very right. The flavor in this tea is so much more pronounced than from the other two grades. Because the particle size is smaller, it's so much more pronounced. You're getting a lot more in the cup here. A lot more flavor, a lot more depth, and a lot more character. And as you so rightly said, if you want to just take a notch off it, maybe just add a little, tiny bit of milk. We'll mellow it down a little bit, and we'll give you quite a nice cup to just sip. If you're a man on a mission, if you need something to really rev you up in the morning.
Of course,
Laxapana dust one is something that you should
sometimes I have plain tea made by my butler. Right, when I have the tea, then I get a slight kick.
Absolutely. when you've got a long day.
Of course.
When you've got a long day ahead. And how many hectares do you have on Laxapana?
We have 400 hectares of tea.
400 hectares.
Over 700 hectares of land area, 400 hectares of tea.
So now you can understand why when you have 400 hectares of tea, 700 hectares of land, and close to 4,000 people living on an estate, even the superintendent of an estate this big sometimes needs a tea to wake him up and get him going. So Dust one is the superintendent's recommendation. Guys, thank you for watching. We're going to shoot some more video from around Laxapana, so we hope you enjoy it, and we'll catch you guys soon on another episode of either the PMD vlog, I don't know where this video is going to go, maybe onto the Tea Buyers Club. In fact, we'll shoot this as episode 31 of the PMD Tea Buyers Club, shot from Laxapana Tea Factory inside the factory, inside the tasting room. Asanka, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure as always.